lot different than last time.
Yeah, it didn't take long, did it?
Uh-huh. Like the Amazon intake.
The Chai Ram.
The Chai Ram, as they call it.
China, 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 South China, China, China. People say, oh, you don't like China. I like China. China.
So far, the only downfall of that intake that I found so far is the injector height is not correct.
Ah,
So we had to cobble a bunch of spacers in there and stuff to make it work.
okay.
Because the LS3 height injector doesn't fit the LS3 height hole that the rail bolts to.
Huh.
So I had to put an LS1 adapter onto an LS3 injector. And then it kind of works.
Well, as long as it don't leak, it's probably fine.
I mean, fire is bad.
Yep. Fire and gas is bad.
Fire in the hole, good.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Well, when your boy gets back here with some gas, we'll fire this sucker up.
Yeah. Well, there's still plenty to do, but it's
Well,
close.
yeah, still gotta do something with the exhaust and stuff, but we could hear it at least.
Yeah, I just want to make it move under its own power.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna pin the train's brake. And all that wired up to the solid state relay. Wiring is still a mess in there, but we're getting there.
Just in time.
That's what we're looking for.
It's got the juice.
High quality 87 octane.
Yeah, exactly.
Only the best.
Well, you know, if we're just going to idle it around, move it in and out of the shop and stuff for now, no reason to put any good fuel in.
What size cell is that?
We're about to find out.
I don't even know.
Mostly full? That should be at least 5 gallons.
You literally just filled it.
But then I went into the truck after that, so I wasn't paying attention. It was just $50 worth of fuel.
50? We gave you 20.
Yeah.
Where'd that other 30 come from, little guy?
You know.
Oh, man. I'm really curious to see what this intake does. Because it was only like 300.
Backfire and blow through the ceiling. Like right off the jump. Blow the lid clean off of it.
I mean, for $300, it doesn't look bad at all.
No, but that one you tagged me in a couple of weeks ago looks better than this, but it's double the money.
Yeah, it was like 600. It looked like a Plasma Man, I think. Something like that. It had like the burst panel and all that good stuff on it.
Yeah.
But for 300 though?
Intake's the burst panel itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you get big enough backfire, you just lift the top off of it. Well, now we can at least see where the fuel sprays out of.
No, that won't happen.
And then we'll tighten all that up.
It happens every time, buddy.
Got any pressure?
Oh yeah, oh, cut it. It's leaking already. Oh yeah. Yeah, it happens every time. You never get it right on the first go. I thought I saw something on the bottom right here too, but it
Hit the fuel pump.
could have just been squirting out.
Alright.
Still leaking.
Yeah, we got one on the regulator.
There's a wrench for the regulator because I'm not sure, like a 12 millimeter probably. Because these $30 regulators, everything's metric on them.
Oh. The ones that everyone says won't work.
Yes.
And then you've been 7 seconds in with one of them?
I have. I've had 2 cars in the 4s with the same shit.
Yep.
Give me fuel pressure again.
Almost.
I didn't swap wires A and C
Over the crank.
on the cam sensor.
Oh, cam sensor.
So.
Only true.
Oh no.
He's got to get in it first.
After the 4th or 5th time in a day, it's a little tougher.
Yeah, I bet.
I was gonna say yeah.
Whoa! Huh. That was kind of cool.
Right? If only that's what we were looking for.
The first ever Vette Kart flamethrower.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you thinking, bud?
well, could be a crank sensor issue. Diag 6 is a crank sensor error.
Huh.
So,
Where did we pull that crank sensor from?
When he says pile of crank sensors, that means he's probably got one in there somewhere that works. Hopefully. Damn.
turn the cam sensor off and it runs fine.
And it runs, yeah, exactly.
Now that we replace the crank sensor. Is it plugged in or unplugged?
It's plugged in. It was just rubbing the crank right here.
Unplug it once.
All right.
It's unplugged, right?
Yep.
that lock on that lift over there.
Oh shit. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is.
Well, it's got oil pressure now.
Cool.
That's important. If the crank sensor was a problem to begin with, we repinned the cam and then created the second problem. Because I turned the cam sensor off while it had the factory crank sensor in it. And it wouldn't run. It kept erroring out. So let's try this. I'm gonna raise it up, see if the transmission moves. It probably don't have enough fluid in it. Wheels on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Well, we ain't got no rewind because the trans brake isn't cleaned yet. But it moves.
It does move.
Move on his own power finally.
Sweet. Now you just have everything else to do.
Yes. That was the cool part, though.
Yeah. Cool. Well, now it's motivation to get the rest of it done.
Custom breather.
I do like that. Dr. Goldfarb. Oh yeah. Couple things to button up. I can't wait to take this thing out on a ride, dude. This thing's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'll bet you this thing, we know what it weighs. It's 2,009 pounds with no driver. So, with me in it, fuel, we just add some more weight, 2,300. This motor ought to make like 450 roughly NA. Should run like 10 O's.
Dang. Huh.
Now, that's like peak efficiency and all that kind of stuff. So, if the converter's right, which it's literally something I bought off Marketplace for $50, and it had Hillbilly written on the side of it.
That's how you know it's a good one.
It's actually the guy, the converter, used to be in my station wagon
Oh, the Malibu?
when Hillbilly owned it.
Oh, no way.
I bought it from a guy who got it from Hillbilly or from somebody who's got all Hillbilly stuff when he passed. But,
Dang. Huh. That's pretty sweet. Cool. A little bit of history in this thing, then.
Hillbilly's converter.
Still living.
She's probably a little loose.
Oh, man. That's cool.
Because it only weighs 2,000 pounds, it might be close.
Yeah, probably fine.
I mean, it'll be close till it gets like 30 pounds of boost, and then, then it'll be like neutral.
Yeah. And then we'll see how good this China Ram splits in half.
It'd be cool if it just blew up like a cartoon cigar. Just,
I don't know, dude. I feel like if this thing really works and takes the beating you give it, they're gonna sell a ton of them.
it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Listen, this isn't a one-piece cast.
Yep.
You can see where they welded it back together.
Oh yeah. Yep.
After they cast the bottom and then they cast the top. So
Premium materials
the
right there.
bottom cast is very similar to a Holley high ram.
Yeah.
It's almost identical.
Yeah. I mean, but if it holds up 30 pounds of boost, it's probably fine.
don't think everything below it's going to hold 30 pounds of grease, but we'll see.
All right, Mr. Brian, what did you find?
Well, not only was the distributor 180 out, but the reason we were having cam sync issues is initially the harness that's in this car was set up for 24X, not 58. So the cam extension harness I put on there is supposed to flop pins A and C, which it didn't. So that was one problem, which earlier on you saw we swapped those pins. I was still running without the cam sensor because it was still dropping out. So I can show you the system log. I think I still have this queued up here. So this is a neat feature on HP and Dominator software is you can run a system log, and essentially you're viewing a very similar thing as if you were running a lab scope on the cam and crank sensors. So here's what a system log with the stuff I'm looking at. You can log crank and cam sensor. Okay. Initially, this is what you're seeing when you crank the engine. So the green is crank sensor and the blue is cam sensor. Now I scaled them differently so you could see the difference in height instead of being totally overlaid. Now let me zoom in some and show you. Right here. All right, so now we're pulled in a little closer. And there's a big gap here and a big gap here. That's the gap on the reluctor wheel that identifies number one cylinder. So in between these gaps, because this is a 58X crank trigger, you'll have 58 of these square wave signals. If you don't have a square wave signal, then something's wrong. So this basically tells me right off the jump, it's not a crank sensor issue, even though it's throwing an error on the crank side. So with the system log, you can identify the difference. Now, as we zoom in closer, you can see these 4 poles are supposed to be a square wave, but there's no possible way. I'm just going to zoom in on 2 of these poles. There's no possible way that in thousandths of a second, that cam gear is spinning that fast to create this pattern. So what's essentially is happening is it's losing signal halfway through. And so I changed the cam sensor twice. I've got correct voltage. I've got good sensor ground. And the signal return to the ECU is good. You load test the wires for that. You can use like some kind of a halogen bulb to load test the wires. So what I did is I checked the depth of the front cover to the pole. There's 4 poles on this cam gear. And so I pulled the sensor out and I measured from the front of the cover to one of the pickups on the 4-pole cam gear. And I measured about 1055, so 1 inch, 55 thousandths. So then if you look close here, you look at the measurement of where the stop on the cam sensor is to the end of the sensor, it's just shy of 1 inch, which gives us roughly 60 thousandths clearance. So just as a check, I took a razor blade and knocked about half of these pads off of there. So the one that's in it right now sits at about 1030, 1025. And you don't want to go too far because that cam can move. You know, it's got a thrust plate where the cam retainer plate is. And there should be a bearing, depending on what size or what style cam gear you use, it'll have a bearing or just a thrust plate to keep the cam in place. But it can't be smashed in there. So it's got some kind of movement. As the engine runs, different RPM, the cam's going to walk forward or back. So you don't want too little of clearance. And so initially I thought I'll just buzz these totally off. But by doing that, I could have interfered with the cam gear, which probably wouldn't hurt anything, but maybe damage the sensor and maybe it just wouldn't run anymore. But so I did that, and now it fires up It runs like it's supposed to.
Cool.
And the square wave pattern on the system log now overlays correctly, because if you look at the cam gear, all the holes are different sizes, and that should correspond to what you're seeing back at the ECU. So if you're using a Terminator X, the easy way for somebody that has the equipment, I use a lab scope and I can overlay the sensors and look at actual voltage instead of, they're using engineering 1 and 0 on and off, whereas my lab scope will give me a voltage square wave pattern. So it's fixed.
Damn.
70 pounds low pressure cold
I don't know.
with the 5W30 in it.
That's pretty damn good.
10-355 Melling pump.
You know, it ain't no small block Ford. Shout out to Derek Tillery, but it'll move.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy him a bus ticket to get into the end of the track.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess next, what do you got? You got everything else, radiator and all that kind of stuff?
We only have everything else.
Okay, good. Perfect.
We'll leave the rest.
We got a fuel leak we're getting ready to address over here. One of the fittings that was on the car when we got it.
Yeah.
It's not playing nice. So we may have to just replacing the whole hose to make it easier, because there's not much to work with down there. But I gotta fix that, because the fuel's dripping right on the ignition coils.
Oh,
And fire is bad.
that's extra spark.
Yeah. I guess it gives a new meaning to hot rod.
Oh, this is gonna be crazy driving this thing down the street.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I mean,
by tomorrow I'll have it converted to right-hand drive. When it's warm enough for the first drive.
oh, it won't be. We'll be in snow coats or something, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, China intake, China timing cover. Make sure you check it.
Well, hopefully next time we see this thing, we'll be driving it around.
Yeah. Try to do some wheelies out here in the parking lot. Since it only weighs 2,000 pounds, it probably won't be hard.
Nah.
I'll get a little guy to hang on the back of it. Give us a little ballast like a golf cart. Ride some wheelies with it.
Hell yeah.
It might make more sense to have him driving me on the back.
Oh yeah. Cool, we'll be riding it next time.
I'll be on.